Hello, my name is Janet Garcia, and I am a therapist with a private counseling practice in Palm City, Florida. Wanted to talk a little bit about my practice, and then I wanted to teach you a technique called the emotional freedom technique. So my practice is basically to inspire women to fall in love with themselves unconditionally. I've been in this field for about 9 years now, and working with women and families and children with all different types of issues, realize that, deep down at the core level, one of the biggest issues with depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, you name it, is that sense of not feeling good enough, not having that self-worth. So my practice actually specializes in just that, inspiring others to fall in love with themselves unconditionally. To fall in love with all parts of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, to love every part of that. So I will be starting some video series to basically focus on the emotional freedom technique, and that technique is a technique that basically allows you to access the different energy networks within your body to begin to release those negative beliefs that have been playing. So I'm going to start trying to do this series of videos based on kind of what I'm getting based on basically what people are saying that they're interested in seeing more of. So the particular script that we're going to do today is just on self-care. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about what the emotional freedom technique is. So the emotional freedom technique is you will basically be tapping on certain meridian points of the body to access the energy systems in the body. And the way that it works is it actually calms the amygdala, calms the flight or fight response, so that when you do have an issue that's coming up, you tap on it, you actually can respond from a calmer state of mind, and then you can begin to release some of those negative beliefs that you've been holding on to, while also incorporating some more positive, kind of healthier ways to look at things. So I'm going to show you all the different tapping points, and then we'll begin with our self-care tapping script. So the first point is the karate chop point. You're going to take the 4 tips of your fingers, and you're actually going to be tapping very lightly on the opposite hand. That's the karate chop point. The next point is the eyebrow point. Next point is the side of the eye. The next point is under your eye. The next point is under your nose. The next point is chin, collarbone, and the collarbone, you want to do it right at the bone there. The next point is under your arm, and for women that's kind of commonly the bra line. The next point is the top of your head. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and begin our script. So we're going to start with the karate chop point. Even though I struggle taking care of myself, I choose to acknowledge how I feel, and I love and accept myself. If repeating the I love and accept myself is hard for you right now, it's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Eventually you'll get to the point where you do believe it. So we're going to repeat that 2 more times, and this just kind of gets us in the thought process and to begin to kind of bring up any negative beliefs that might come up for us. So even though I struggle taking care of myself, I choose to acknowledge how I feel, and I love and accept myself. I'm going to repeat that 1 more time. Even though I struggle taking care of myself, I choose to acknowledge how I feel, and I love and accept myself. So we're going to go to the eyebrow point, it's so hard to take care of myself. Side of the eye, I feel so selfish when I take care of myself. Under the eye, what will others think if I put myself first? Under the nose, I don't even have time in my day to take care of myself. Chin, no one understands. I feel so overwhelmed. Collarbone, taking care of myself. Yeah, like I have time for that. Under the arm, so much to do, so little time. The last point, top of the head, I wish I had the time to make myself a priority. So I'd like you to just take a deep breath and rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 on your intensity level. And I know it sounded like we were saying a lot of negative things, but really those are truth tapping. A lot of people will tell you, don't think negative, just go to the positive. But the reality is that those negative beliefs are there. And so if we don't acknowledge them, we don't, treat them accordingly, they're going to stay there. They're going to stay stuck. And so that's what this technique does. It's going to help you begin to release some of those negative beliefs that you've been carrying around for a very long time. If you have further negative beliefs, continue tapping until there are no other negative things that you can think of. Then move forward with the next part of this. So we're going to go back to the eyebrow point. You don't have to start back at the karate chop point. So eyebrow, maybe there's a different way. Maybe I can start taking care of myself. Under the eye, maybe I'm putting too much pressure on myself to be perfect and to do all the things to take care of myself all at once. Under the nose, maybe I can start a little bit at a time. Chin, realizing the belief that I've held on for so long that making myself a priority is selfish. Collarbone, I've been taught to take care of everyone else first. Under the arm, I'm ready to make myself a priority. Top of the head, putting myself first sounds pretty good. So again, take a deep breath and check in with yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. How disturbing is it? You should kind of see your numbers start to decrease. 10, of course, is the most disturbing, and if it's not decreasing for you, then there's maybe some more truth tapping that you need to do. So continue doing that before you move forward with this. So we're going to go back to the eyebrow point. Eyebrow point. I'm going to start taking care of myself first. There is no other option. Side of the eye. Deciding to put myself first. Under the eye. I'm that important. I value myself that much. Under the nose. I've been so hard on myself. I haven't taken care of myself the way that I should have, or the way that I needed to, and that's okay. I'm gonna start now. Chin. Putting myself first feels pretty good. Collarbone. Self-care is no longer an option, it's a priority. Under the arm. Beginning steps to take care of myself today. And top of the head. I'm choosing to value myself today. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Release. And check in with yourself again on a scale of 0 to 10. How do you feel? You should kind of feel a little calmer and relaxed after doing that. And